You know that feeling, right? You're all set for that nice cold drink. Maybe after a long day, you go to the freezer and nothing. Or just like those few melty cubes stuck to the bottom of the tray. It's such a small thing, but it can really ruin the moment. And that that little frustration. That's exactly why today we're doing a deep dive into one of these countertop problem solvers, the EUHOMY 26 pounds ice maker. We've been digging through a pretty detailed product review, pulling out, the key bits of info. Our mission here is simple. Cut through all the marketing stuff, give you the real scoop on how it actually performs, what the features are like, and help you figure out if it's, well, right for your kitchen or maybe your RV or office.
Hmm. Okay, so let's unpack this thing. What's the big headline here? This little machine seems to promise a lot of ice and fast. That's the main pitch, isn't it?
That's exactly it. Yeah, the core spec is pretty impressive on paper. It's designed to churn out up to 26 pounds of ice, bullet-shaped ice, every day. But the thing that really catches your eye, the speed, right? It claims 9 ice cubes in just 6 to 8 minutes.
6 to 8 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's quick, a really rapid turnaround. It's kind of aimed at people who, don't want to wait around.
That speed, it's more than just a number, though, yeah. It kind of changes how you think about ice. Like, if you're used to filling trays and waiting hours, what does that 68-minute thing actually mean day to day, besides just, not waiting?
Oh, it's a totally different approach. It shifts ice making from something you plan ahead for passively to something that's just there when you want it, on demand. Think about having friends over unexpectedly. You don't need to have planned your ice supply hours before.
Right, no last-minute panic run to the store.
Exactly. Or just, hot afternoon, you suddenly fancy an iced coffee. Boom, you can have fresh ice in minutes. It really taps into that consumer desire for instant gratification we see everywhere now. Appliances need to be responsive, fit into our schedule, not the other way around. It basically just smooths out one of those little daily friction points.
Okay, speed is one thing, but how does it actually feel to use? Let's talk about the design, the practical stuff. How does it fit into your space? Is it easy to handle?
Yeah, good question. They've definitely thought about both looks and practicality. It's got that sleek stainless steel finish.
Mm-hmm. Blends in. Okay.
Usually, yeah. Blends into most modern kitchens pretty well.
Hmm.
But the size is key for versatility. It's roughly, let me check the numbers, about 11.6 inches deep, 9.3 wide, 11.4 high, weighs about 15 pounds.
Hmm.
And crucially, it has this carry handle.
Oh, handle. Okay.
Yeah, which makes it genuinely portable. You could actually take it from the kitchen counter out to the deck for a barbecue.
Yeah.
Or, into an RV, an office break room.
Turns it into more than just a fixed appliance then, like a little mobile ice station.
Exactly. And then there's the user-friendly bits. It's got a window on top.
So you can see the ice.
Right. See how full it is without opening it. The controls are pretty straightforward, intuitive. And it comes with the ice basket inside. And a little scoop, too. Oh, and you can choose between 2 sizes of bullet ice. Small or large, which is nice, depending on the drink.
Those little details, like the window and the scoop, they add up. And you mentioned alerts. How do those work? Are they actually helpful?
They seem to be, yeah. Some kind of alert is getting more common, but these seem pretty clear. It tells you when you need to add more water, and it tells you when the ice basket is full.
Okay. So no overflow disasters.
Hopefully not. It has an auto-stop feature, too. When that basket's full, it just stops making ice, which is good for, safety and just not making a mess or wasting energy. It definitely streamlines things. For a single batch run, it's pretty much set and forget until it tells you it needs something.
Okay, that sounds convenient. What about the flip side? Maintenance. That's often the killer for these kinds of gadgets. How easy is this thing to keep clean?
Well, this is actually one of the areas where it seems quite well thought out. It has a self-cleaning mode.
Self-cleaning? How does that work?
You just press and hold the power button for about 5 seconds, and it runs a cleaning cycle. It circulates water through the system. It doesn't eliminate the need for occasional deeper cleaning or G-scaling, especially if you have hard water. But it really helps reduce how often you need to do it manually.
Anything that reduces descaling duty is a win in my book.
Absolutely. And for just regular upkeep, the ice basket inside and the water tank underneath it are both removable. So you can just take them out and give them a quick wash by hand. Pretty simple.
Okay, maintenance sounds manageable. So day to day, when it's running, what's it like? The noise level, that's always a big one for countertop stuff, right? Is it going to be humming loudly all day?
Generally, the reports suggest it's relatively quiet. It uses a 170-watt compressor, and for most people, it seems to just blend into the background noise of a kitchen. Not silent, but not intrusive.
Okay, relatively quiet, but is there a catch?
Well, there's a bit of nuance, yeah. Some users particularly in like online forums or discussion groups, have mentioned it might be louder than some other models out there.
Louder than what, specifically?
Usually compared to the really high-end premium nugget ice makers, those are often engineered to be super quiet, but they also cost a lot more.
Ah, okay. So different category, different expectation.
Exactly. Bullet ice makers like this EUHOMY one just tend to have a slightly different sound profile. So for its class, it seems pretty good on noise.
Yeah.
But if you're expecting absolute silence or you're comparing it to a super premium machine, you might notice it more. On the plus side, though, people do comment that the ice it makes is quite firm, quite hard.
Which is good, right? It means it doesn't melt instantly in your drink.
Precisely. Better quality for drinks, last longer.
Okay, so we've got speed, portability, some neat features, manageable cleaning, but also maybe a bit more noise than the fancy ones, and that ice hardness is a plus. Let's pull it all together then. When you look at the whole picture, balancing the promises with the reality, what are the main pros and cons we should be thinking about?
Right, let's do a quick summary. The pros are definitely strong. You've got that super fast ice production, 26 pounds a day potential, those quick 68-minute cycles for immediate needs. That's a huge plus. Then there's the self-cleaning function, which really does simplify maintenance. Big win there. The design compact, portable with the handle, comes with the scoop, makes it really versatile.
Yeah, the portability seems key.
And those user-friendly touches like the window, the alerts, the auto shut-off, they add a lot of convenience and sort of peace of mind.
Okay, sounds pretty good. Now, what about the downsides, the things you need to consider before buying?
Okay, the trade-offs. First one is the water reservoir size. It's 1.2 liters.
Which translates to how much ice?
It holds enough water to make about 1.3 pounds of ice before you need to refill it.
Ah, so if you need a lot of ice continuously, like for a big party.
Exactly. You're going to be refilling that water tank fairly often. It's fine for topping up drinks through the evening, but maybe not for filling a huge cooler all at once without multiple refills. So it really makes you ask, how much ice do you actually need ready at any given moment? And are you okay with topping up the water?
Fair point. What else?
The handle. We mentioned it's great for portability, but some user feedback suggests it maybe could feel less sturdy than they'd like. Functional, but maybe not super heavy-duty feeling.
Okay, noted. Anything about the ice itself?
Just that some people mention the ice can come out a bit wet sometimes.
Wet ice, what does that mean?
Like not dripping, but maybe not perfectly frozen solid and dry the second it drops into the basket. Some users prefer really dry ice, probably a minor thing for most, but worth mentioning.
And the noise, we covered that nuance, potentially louder than the very expensive nugget ice makers.
Right. Important context, but maybe not a deal breaker depending on your sensitivity and what you're comparing it to.
So, putting it all together, who is this machine really for? Where does it fit in the market?
Well, if you look at the bigger picture of countertop ice makers, especially in its price range, this EUHOMY model seems to offer really solid value. It's punching effectively in that bullet ice maker category. It's not trying to compete with, $1,000 nugget ice machines for bars. That's not its game. But for its intended user, it seems ideal for, say, a regular household kitchen, maybe a student dorm room where space is tight, definitely RVs because of the portability and size, or even a small office break room.
So people who want frequent access to ice for drinks without the hassle of trays?
Exactly. People who appreciate bullet ice, want that convenience, the reasonable speed, the easy cleaning. For those everyday needs, its reliability and the thoughtful features like the alerts make it a really strong contender.
So, summing it up, it's not perfect for everyone. If you need massive amounts of ice constantly or demand absolute silence, maybe look elsewhere and likely spend more.
I think that's a fair assessment, yeah. It balances the features, the performance, and the price quite well for what it is. A strong, dependable option in its category.